Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Anna and I'm a little bit spooky, and today we went for it. We went for a blue smoky eye, deep cobalt blue smoky eye with a pop of gold and a warm transition. Paired it with a nude lip, a look that I don't normally go for, and we also have some super glowy skin going on. I don't mess with blue eyeshadow. I think I've used I've done a blue look maybe 3 times. This is my 3rd time. I hate blue eyeshadow, but I got inspired by seeing a picture I had done, or a look I had done quite a few years ago over on my blog. It just came up as, like this related post, and I saw it in the thumbnail and I was like, we need to recreate that look. We need to do something like that and make it fall, and because we are ready for fall over here. I'm done with the hot weather. Anyways, for this look we use the Colourpop Misunderstood palette, and yeah, there's another palette that I need to reach for more because it's so good. I mean, the colors in here are absolutely gorgeous, right up my alley. And we use this beautiful blue here and a little bit of this one, and yeah, this beautiful gold. Girl, we went there and I love it. You want to see how I got this look? Just go ahead and keep on watching, but before you do, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below. Let me know some more looks you would like to see. And without further ado, let's get into this makeup look. Okay, let's get started on this weird blue look. I've already primed my eyes and carved out my brows, obviously did my brows, and did a light dusting of translucent powder over the lids to aid in blending. So first thing I'm going to do now is go hit right underneath the brow bone just a little bit with the shade No Spots. Just super light because this is a pretty white, well it's pure white. And I just don't want it to be super bright white under there, but I just want that little bit of highlight, just a tiny bit. Okay, so next I'm going to take the shade Tragic and we're going to start building up the transition in the crease area on a Morphe M441. It's a nice kind of camely, just warm brown that's not super deep, so it's really nice for the transition and building. I'm going to start on the outer part of the eye and move inward. And I'm going to bring the shade pretty high, starting with windshield wiper motions and then blending out with circular motions. I'm going to slowly build this shade up. On the inner part, right in here, I'm going to bring it almost right into the brow. And kind of right in this little region. Now we're going to go into the shade Devious next. We're going to apply it just a little bit lower in the transition and socket. Starting at the outer corner and then coming in. And blending up and out. I'm just letting that shade flow into the previous shade. I'm just going to build it up just a little bit lower down in the socket. Make sure we get a good bit of depth in there. And then letting it diffuse out as there's less product on the brush. Then we're going to jump over to a Morphe M456 and we're going to go into 101, which is it's kind of a softer black shade. It's not quite a true black. And I just want to build a little bit of that on this outer part. And start getting that to blend into the warm browns. Okay, I'm gonna clean that brush off. And we go back to Devious, the warm brown shade, and just blend that right there. Clean that little brush off once again, M456, and we're going to go into the shade The Fates. I'm a little nervous about this one. It's a blue. I don't think I've ever done a blue look on my channel, and I'm not a fan of blue, but I kind of just got a wild hair, so let's just roll with it. All right, I'm going to take that onto the lid and start building the pigmentation up. Alright, bringing it all the way across the whole mobile lid. And diffusing into the crease. I'm trying to be very careful with this shade. Blues are a bit of a pain to me personally. I'm just gonna keep building that up on the lid until I get the opacity that I like, which is actually building up quite beautifully. And just diffuse that right into the crease there, into the brown shades. The challenge is to do this without getting it too muddy looking. Okay, that's pretty cool. I'm not mad at that. I'm gonna clean the brush off again. And I'm gonna take a little bit of the black shade and just hit right out here on the outer portion again. Because I kind of want to add some more depth out there. And darken that outer bit. Cool. Okay, that's looking... I'm not mad at that. I was a little skeptical. Okay, I'm gonna take a Morphe 433 with a little bit of Devious. Work it around those edges. Make sure there's a nice soft blend. With my finger, I'm gonna take a little bit of the shade called Jetson. Just a little bit, and I'm gonna pat it right here on the center. Just over top of that blue. With my big fluffy brush once again, I'm just gonna, no additional product, go around through the transition and crease and just give everything one more little blend here. I think I'm bringing just a little bit more Devious in. Cool, all right, this is actually coming out pretty interestingly. I'm gonna take a little flat brush here. This is a Morphe 124, and I'm gonna take a little bit of Pain and Panic and put around this inner part. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna dampen this brush because that shade just doesn't perform well on a dry brush. A little bit of spot that is blank right there. Okay, I'm gonna take a little bit of Jetson on that same little brush. Just wipe it off first. And kind of tap in between those two shades. And just taking that Pain and Panic shade and just swiping right there. Kind of hugging the blue just a little bit. Just doing like this little bit of an arc right in the inner part. Let's do some liner. Let's take a black gel liner. This one is from Mosquito, and I'm gonna take that on the upper lash line and kind of up into a little bit of a wingy formation. Okay, and then I'm gonna take a Morphe 508 and dip into that black eyeshadow and kind of smudge that wing. And I'm gonna kind of smudge it into the eyeshadow. I'll take a bit of that blue eyeshadow one more time, the Fates. Just kind of blend it into the black right here. Just right as that wing starts to form. Okay, I'm taking the Morphe 456 now with just a little bit of the black eyeshadow and just fusing that edge and softening it and letting it float over. Touching up the blue where needed. Kind of mixing it a little bit into the black. A little bit more Jetson. I'm going to take the Morphe 443 one more time here and just hit right at these edges. I'm really kind of diffuse them a little bit more. Something like velvety about this. I like it. I'm going to clean the fallout, do my face makeup, put on a pair of lashes. I'll be back for the final touches. Okay, we're back. I just did foundation, contour, concealer, went a little full glam with the face makeup. And I popped on a pair of lashes. Don't ask me what kind. I I don't know, they're just some cut up in my drawer. And that looked bold enough. Yeah. So what I'm going to do now is finish up the lower lash line. I'm not going to put any blue on the lower lash line. Just I'm going to get a different brush. What we do is take a Morphe 152, go into Devious, and just run that along the lower lash line. Let it kind of join up into the upper lash line. And then jump to that little Morphe 443 and a little bit of Tragic, and just kind of smoke that out a little bit. Okay, and I'm going to take the black from the palette on a 508 and just get right up here at the lashes on the outer corner and let that join to the wing. And now with a small angled brush, I'm going to take a little bit of the black shade and just come right in here and do my little inner points a la Jamie Guinevere. And for finishing touch on the eyes, I'm going to take my face highlighter, which I'm pulling from the Tarte Pro Glow palette. I think I'm going to take the shade Lit for the inner corner, which is a shade that's a little bit too deep for my highlight, but it works. Maybe we'll take a little bit of Stunner as well. Just right in there, just to get a little bit more brightness. Let's go ahead and highlight. I'm going to take, I think, Strobe from the same palette as Tarte one. And just hit the high points. And just a touch of Stunner. I'm gonna look like a lot going to Walmart later when I go get groceries. We're going full glam for grocery shopping today. Alright, let's move on to some blush. I'm gonna take Luminoso from Milani. Ow, it pinched me. Oh my gosh, so glowy. Golden Goddess over here. Oh, I like that. I think that looks pretty good. Okay, lips. I don't know what I want to do on my lips. I thought I did, but now I don't know. Okay, so I'm going to take Wet n Wild lip liner, gel lip liner in Better Comment. Line the lips. Not overline the lips, no. Totally not overlining. And for lipstick, I'm going to take the Infallible Pro Matte Liquid Lipstick from the Le Chocolat collection. And this is the shade Sweet Tooth, which is normally like almost just too nude for me. And caramel, it's an odd shade, but it smells, God, that smells good. I love that fake chocolate smell they put in lip glosses. It's so gross, but so good. It reminds me of a lip gloss I had as a kid that I'd basically eat because it tasted yummy. Like, see what a weird, like, nude that is? Or not really weird, but it's definitely kind of out of my wheelhouse for nudes. Not that you really need a liner with these lipsticks, but I just wanted that little bit of warmth in there, or peachiness from the lip liner. So that might help it flow better. I don't know, I'm completely covering it up. Yeah, this one, every now and then, there's a look that it just goes with, and it's not very often. But I'm gonna also top it with a little bit of Liquid Catsuit from Wet n Wild and Sin Nudes. Hey, on the center here. Oh, perfect. All right. Okay, I'm gonna blend my lashes, touch up my brows, brow gel, that kind of thing, choose hair, jewelry. I'll be right back for the finished look. Okay, and here's the look all complete. Well, we definitely created a look today. Yeah, I just really want to play with some blue, like do something a little different and out of my comfort zone. I was looking at my blog and a post came up from like years ago, like I don't know, like 3 or 4 years ago, where I did look kind of like this, and I was like, let's do that again, and let's use the Colourpop Misunderstood palette because it has that beautiful blue in there, and do something really fun and just different. And yeah, I love the way it came out. It's definitely, you can tell I'm ready for fall. And yeah, that'd be kind of a neat fall look. Yeah, we're gonna call it that. We're gonna call it a fall smoky eye. Kind of very cat eye, just kind of sultry even. and I love it. It's a lot for going to get groceries in an hour, but here we are. Anyways, if you enjoyed hanging out with me today and following along with me and seeing how I create this look, go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment down below. Let me know some more looks you would like to see. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Stay spooky and stay safe. Bye now.